Hey, what is up, wrestling friends and family? Chat, Grapple, and Cheap Pops is live on the air for the next hour or so. We are going to be chatting absolute shit. Chris, how are you, man?
All good, mate. All good. Looking forward to Sunday, obviously. I mean, fuck. You
Who
know,
knew?
bruv, you know what, yeah? A lot of people are chatting a lot of doo-doo about, like, you know, Kane shouldn't have got the penalty or whatever. But, like, firstly, my man studs were showing, yeah? But
Oh yeah,
regardless,
we're not arguing that.
but regardless of that, yeah, like how many decisions have we lost shit on? How many decisions have gone the other way? It's football, you know what I'm saying? Man took long enough on VAR to check it out. Um,
Yeah,
so you know, I'm gassed, bruv. All ready for Sunday. Going round to me mum and dad's going to watch the football Sunday night. This is my lucky shirt, bruv. So every time I've gone to my mum and dad's and worn this shirt, we've won the game. So
fair
you
enough,
know,
man. We're not gonna talk about ITV curses and all that shit. You know, a curse was
No,
broken
shout out to
last
Dean
night.
Ayas, though. Yeah.
A curse was absolutely broken last night when England beat the Dutch because Ronald Koeman, he deserved every last, you know, shit he got.
Of course.
After what he did, in the USA '94 World Cup qualifiers by pulling down David Platt outside the box and only getting a booking for it, absolutely
Correct.
deserved it. I mean,
I mean,
oh my
even the
goodness,
fact that he got booked and we didn't get a penalty, and it was in the box, bruv. It was like,
it was rude. Yeah, it was absolutely rude. And yeah, he deserved it, and England deserved it. So on to the final we go. You think we beat
I mean,
Spain?
what's that, mate? Are we beating Spain?
Yeah,
I mean, I didn't think, at the start of this tournament, if you asked me, were we going to do anything after the first three games, I would have said to you, no, we're playing absolute fucking dog shit. Um, but I think we can beat Spain. I
I mean,
think
so much for France and Portugal, our picks for the tournament, the useless
correct.
sacks of shit that they are. Yeah,
Absolutely.
but if they're
I
not
mean,
there,
Spain
England are.
made
So
no, but Spain made France look ordinary the other day. They really did.
yeah,
Um, so you know, so I mean, when it comes to can we beat Spain, I've only got one thing to say, mate. You got to hold and give, but do it at the right time. You can be slow or fast, but you must get to the line. They'll always hit you and hurt you. Defend and attack. There's only one way to beat them. Get around the back. Catch me if you can, because I'm the England man. And what you're looking at is the master plan. We ain't no hooligans. This ain't a football song. Three lions on my chest. You know we can't go wrong. Yo, we're singing for England. England. You know what I mean? That's all I've got to say, mate. At the end of the day.
yeah,
Can we beat
that's
Spain?
perfect.
Fuck yes.
I just as we are, we are on and we are chatting. We get a WhatsApp, bruv, from Justin, and he is currently at work, but he's had to swing by and say what's up. Justin, thank you for dropping in, however quickly you are dropped in for. We appreciate you stopping by, and I don't know if I'm apologizing for Chris's John Barnes rap. I don't think I am. I think that was perfect. So yeah, I'm glad you were
How
here
can you
for it.
apologise for the John Barnes rap, bro? You know what I mean? At the
Exactly.
end, it was,
Yeah.
it was either that, Vindaloo, or three lines on the shirt. You know, you get a bit of karaoke every week with me, mate.
Well, he didn't fancy Sweet Caroline this time.
Do you know what? I'm not a huge fan of Sweet Caroline. I'm not a. I know everyone gets gassed up in that off that one, but that's not. It's
I
not my
don't
favourite,
think
mate.
if you've not heard it sung by Barry from EastEnders, then maybe that's why. Because I mean, that guy can. I mean, it touches you. It does. It really does.
Yeah, yeah. All right. I mean, I've not heard the karaoke version, so
You need to hear the karaoke version of Sweet Caroline. Chris Dredd's the best Christian podcasting EP, I guess, dropping October 17th, 2025. I mean, I think we can get it out
I,
sooner than
I
that.
could probably. Yeah, could probably eke it out sooner than that, bro. You know, we're not a football podcast, but Football with JB is a football podcast. And if you want to check out what's going on there, you know, fucking go along and check out my man.
We are waiting for the Euros to finish because, you know, club football is always better than international football. But, you know, we'll stick with it for now. I mean that album dropping in October 2025. Listen out for Chris's a cappella version of "With My Baby Tonight." That's gonna knock your socks off.
I'm telling you, when we go wrestle rave, yeah, I'm gonna be there. Fucking fist
We need
pumping,
the glasses,
you know what I mean?
the double J glasses. That's it.
100%. So, just a quick one as well, right? So, I made a bit of a mistake. So, you know, I said to you, I've got the whole collection of the In Your Houses, the VHS.
What were you missing?
I'm missing quite a few, and I didn't realise because I know there was a load of them, like, you know, like these fully loaded In Your Houses and all that, yeah.
Yeah.
But there was other ones that I didn't, and I forgot that fucking Unforgiven.
How did you forget Unforgiven wasn't In Your House?
I don't know, bro. And I just thought, no, I've got to get it. I picked that up for a fucking $5, yeah.
It looks in good nick as well, yeah. Good.
It's in absolutely fantastic nick. And I watched it on the network, and it's got the Inferno match. It's also got Sable versus Luna, the evening gown match. You know that one.
I mean, sure.
You know, Triple H versus Owen Hart with China in the cage. Great match. Stone Cold and Dude Love. Farouk, Ken Shamrock, and Steve Blackman versus the Nation of Domination. Double J, right? Singing with Sawyer Brown. That song, Some Girls Do, or Some Guys Do. I don't know if you remember it. I think, yeah, he sings it live. Well, he sings it live on this. On this with Sawyer Brown, Country and Western Sensation.
There you go.
So little segue there into that.
Well, where do we start? I mean, we probably start with Money in the Bank. You know, it's probably the furthest thing away from what we're going to be talking about today. So, Money in the Bank.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. I know some people seem to hate the fact that there's too many, you know, not enough matches, and too much filler in between. We already spoke about that last week, didn't we? And said there maybe a couple more matches might even out, make it a little better. But the show itself, the matches themselves, very good. I really enjoyed it. And it was a shit ton of fun. How did you feel?
I'll be completely honest, right? Really enjoyed it, but there was one thing that really sort of killed it for me, and it was the not kick out thing. It's sort of because I in my mind, can't understand why Damian Priest would have known he wasn't going to lose the match, right? So I don't understand why he didn't kick out. I don't understand why I don't get it. It was a major fuck up. It sort of, the way the match was structured and the way that McIntyre came in to make it the freeway, that botch sort of just killed that whole run-in. It killed any impact that was going to have. And it just sort of ruined it for me a little bit.
Well, there's two sort of trains here to jump on. One is that Priest suffered a stinger and it messed him up a little bit, and the other one is the other one is the production error, which I think Triple H has tried to like pull away from the production error. So maybe it's not that. Maybe it was the stinger.
What are we talking? Production error, basically, that he kicked out with his one shoulder that was on the other side.
No, I think the production error is not pressing play on the 1 count or the 2 count. You know, not hitting the music at the right time because the lights came up. The house lights came up as though something was going to happen, and I think it was just it was a shit show. Like, it completely messed up. So whether or not someone did hit the right button.
So he was not supposed to kick out, but the music was supposed to hit on 1 or
2. Not sure, but you know, he could have kicked out on 2 if he didn't hear anything. He maybe should have done.
That's what I'm saying, bruv. He should have kicked out.
Or he's, had his bell rung and he's not quite certain what's going on, and that can happen.
I just think it killed the whole fucking thing for me a little bit.
I don't think it did. I think they brought it back when CM Punk came out and ruined Drew's chance.
I mean, that was great, but like Drew coming down after that, it was like I wasn't sure what was going on because I'm like, right, did Seth just win or what? Like, who's he cashing in on, sort of thing? And then they cleared it up and said, they're making it a freeway. And I was like, right, okay, so that was a fuck up. But yeah, I mean, the whole event was great. Like, the women's match again was fucking fantastic. Chelsea Green was great.
Yeah, sorry, we're gonna just quickly. Wayne is in the chat. What is up, Wayne? Move away from the production error and the botch kick out. Drew cashing in has diluted the briefcase cash in when Punk versus Drew was already peak feuding. Maybe you're right. Maybe it didn't need the briefcase to heat it up. It was already pretty heated. I get that. That's maybe someone else could have held on to a briefcase. Someone within that match, I'm sure. There's plenty of other guys that could have done it. We said Jey Uso, we thought. But yeah, no, I get that. That's But yeah, Chelsea Green.
Yeah.
The women's Money in the Bank was excellent. I don't care what any sort of dork or Mark has to say about it. I know that Dave and Brian don't seem to enjoy women's wrestling as much as you might think, but we'll get to them. Yeah, the women's Money in the Bank was excellent. I think it was all pretty good, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, I think it top to bottom of the card. Really good. That botch was just the thing that killed it for me. But yeah, it killed that match a bit for me. The impact of Drew coming down and cashing it in. But yeah, I mean, it's it's interesting when you look at the percentages of the women cashing it in. They've got 100% success rate.
Yes.
Of all the women cashing in, they've got 100% success rate. Which is interesting. So going forward, can we see Tiffy Time not being successful cashing that in whenever she does?
It's possible. I mean, someone's going to have to do it eventually. Someone's going to have to fail in their cash-in attempt.
Yeah.
I think Stratton is being pushed towards top-level stuff, so I doubt she'll fail in her cash-in. But if anyone was going to fail a cash-in, it would have been Chelsea.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, I don't know. We'll see. Let's move on from Money in the Bank because a lot of shit has gone on over this past week or whatever it's been. We'll start with something funny. I had to do it. Mox struggles with BJJ. Now, I know some people might read that and get confused. Moxley loses in his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu match and refuses to fist bump or shake a hand. Basically takes a full strop. I mean, the guy needs to fix up a bit, doesn't he?
Man don't have creative control in a BJJ match, mate. You can't book yourself to win that one, no matter how many fucking strands of fucking spaghetti you got sticking out of your head, mate.
I did decide to speak to our resident Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu expert, and that is Cactus Matt. He is out and about somewhere, I'm sure, in the world here. I did ask him because he is a high level belt. I think it's brown. I think he's a brown belt or a purple belt. I have to, apologize for not remembering right now. But I asked him, what would happen if he did that in the competition and get the no handshake, fist bump? Is it against the rules or just frowned upon? And he said you could possibly get DQ'd for poor sportsmanship. And he goes, other than that, you just look like a cunt.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. Other than that, you just look like a fucking dickhead, mate.
Yeah. So, you can't book your own BJJ matches, I'm afraid. That's tough luck on him, and he will have to fix up and either get better at it or do something else.
It's just childish behavior, though, isn't it? It's just fucking childish behavior, and I'm not being funny. Like AEW seems to be breeding that sort of attitude with a lot of people, that sort of childish fucking mentality, of wah, 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 like that. Do you know what I mean? Like,
there's loads of that. You only have to click on X or Twitter to find out exactly what's going on, and there's plenty of that, because what I've got for you next is class. Stephanie Vaca, I mean, I salute the move. She works Forbidden Door one week, the next week she's in Orlando. She's working for the WWE. She's signed on. She's been welcomed and congratulated by the likes of Shawn Michaels and Triple H and stuff. So I guess it's a done deal. I imagine those within Jacksonville would be pissed at this.
But, it just because she worked Forbidden Door doesn't necessarily mean that they've got the fucking hold over her that she has to sign. It's not a promise. It's no. Like, they've asked her to work the show. Okay, yeah, sure, I'll work the show. And ultimately, as we've said before, if professionally, if you want to make an impact and you want to go where the big boys play, right? It ain't Jacksonville, bro. If Stephanie Vaca wants to go and be pushed and have good competition and get recognized, the world over, then WWE is where you go. There is no competition. She's worked AEW. She sees how they work in the inner workings, backstage and that. And maybe that, her working Forbidden Door, was something that made her make the decision to go to WWE. We don't know.
I would be surprised if it was that quick. I would be more inclined to think that they were in the DMs or whatever, talking to her long before that, and said, no, work that show.
Yeah.
Get some free exposure by working that show. Make it a good one, which they did. It wasn't a bad match. It was quite good, in fact. And then we'll bring you in as somewhat of a star. I'm sure she's a bigger star in Chile and Mexico than Mercedes.
Well, yeah, but this is but Mercedes is fucking. She's a bigger star in her own fucking.
Yeah, no, of course, but
in her own mind, isn't she?
That sort of hire from. She was essentially working Mexico, but she is from Chile. But that's another excellent move for the brand if they are looking to have those stars. It's like Julia coming in from Japan. I imagine there was a lot of grumbling from AEW executive positions. I mean, there's a lot from fans. There was a lot of crying, insisting that WWE fans and wrestlers didn't even know who she was until last week. I mean, that's not necessarily fair, but they don't take these things very well.
No, because again, they're just fucking children. They are so childish in their attitude. Yeah. Even the fans, they're like man boys, innit? They're like man boys, bruv. They're just childish fucking grown-ups with the attitude of a 15-year-old. They're fucking idiots, a lot of them.
Yeah, my wrestling is better than yours. Fuck off.
Honestly, mate, it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. I think she's probably going to have a really good run in the WWE, and WWE's going to make a lot of money from, that part of the world now with, a star of. Again, it's not necessarily a star in America, but it will be.
Yeah,
and that's the WWE machine and how that works. And AEW still haven't figured it out. However,
they don't have the infrastructure, bro. They haven't got the infrastructure to incorporate someone like Stephanie Vacker in there or Julia. Not with fucking Mercedes and all that, hogging the fucking belts and hogging the limelight. And then you got DND coming back. Tony don't put hardly any women's matches on shows, or everyone's lauding this fucking, this angle from the last show with Mariah May, and fine. It was a great end to the show. It was a great end to the show, but like they're all lauding it like AEW is women's wrestling. It's like no, they hardly get any exposure at all.
No, let's set the scene. It was expected. Absolutely, it was expected. That was something you were being led down the garden path with, and it was just executed really well for a change. It was executed really well, and I do salute whoever was in charge of writing, producing that stuff, because they got one right. Getting one right doesn't mean you get them all right, and I'm just happy it was a well executed, and now they've got to drag this to All In, and it's like what, 6 weeks?
Yeah, about that, yeah.
That's where I worry, is that they're gonna drop the ball somewhere. I don't want them to, but they can't be trusted to keep it that hot for 6 weeks.
Yeah,
I would be very surprised if they did.
But it's, again, Mariah May is English, right? So, yeah, she is, yeah. Yeah, so Mariah May's English. So I think that's where they're going with it. That obviously
she's gonna go into All In as a babyface. Oh,
I think that's what they're hoping.
No. Oh, I don't know about that.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's English. Didn't you know Mariah May was English? No.
You know what? I thought she was like from Australia or New Zealand or something. Must have maybe that crossed my wires, but oh no, that's a heel turn, isn't it?
No, Tony Storm's Australian, but
yeah,
it is a heel turn. But Tony Storm was sort of raised up in England. Do you get what I mean? Like she worked a lot in the UK. Tony Storm did.
It was a heel turn. Oh, damn it. Yeah, no, we're fucked there, aren't we? Okay, never mind.
That's the thing. That's one thing I wanted to, because everyone's talking about it, and it's like, well, hold on a minute. Mariah May is English, and she's going to be she's going to be going for the title against Tony Storm in England. Are they going to try and push her as the babyface now?
Yeah, damn. Okay. I mean, with every good piece of booking, there comes something bad, and I'm going to use my bad piece of booking for the Hangman and Bryan match, which probably didn't need to happen. I still think Bryan, if Bryan was going to win it, he should have faced Jeff Jarrett in the final. There was no need for Hangman to even be in this fucking tournament, because now as a heel with the Elite, who he is teaming with at Blood and Guts, it's a waste. You've jobbed him.
Yeah.
He didn't need to come on TV and lose straight away. Oh man, fuck's sake. Wayne, yeah, it is Saraya 2.0.
Yeah.
It might work. I'm sure it will get most of the desired reaction, but the rest of us know what it is. It's lazy, and yeah, damn. I don't know. I'm gonna skip on to what I thought was bad booking and having Jarrett not be in the final. I'll keep beating that drum. I think having him as the special enforcer was a waste. And what's going on? Who's it? Munsey talks. What's happening? Big up, lads. Yes, thank you for that. I think it will work, and it was so bad. I'm gonna ask you which bit you thought was bad because we've sort of skipped ahead a little bit, but yeah. What did you think of Brian and Hangman?
Don't really care.
Yeah, that's fair enough, man. No, and
yeah,
I had something else to add, something else to say about the show in particular. I think Britt Baker beating up security is just pointless. Mercedes running away after she has another nice long celebration in the ring. I mean, fucking hell! Like
Hogan must pose.
Yeah, someone said that this whole creative control thing is a work. Of course, it's a fucking work. The whole thing's a fucking work. The whole business is a work. Her having creative control is likely not a fucking work.
No, of course not.
They should have got Hangman to be the elite again. I think he has already said he is going to be with the elite for Blood and Guts. And which leads me to the other point that Swerve is leading the opposing team into Blood and Guts. But I watched Swerve's promo where he talks about facing Okada, and something was missing. Whether it was the tone of the promo or the lack of noise in the arena, I don't know. Something didn't feel right. He was in the middle of the ring. He's the world champion. He should be big, right?
Mm-hmm.
Should be really big. And we like fucking Swerve. This is a Swerve happy show. Like,
yeah, we love Swerve.
I couldn't swerve on the train, so I swerve on the bus now. Like, I just think something was missing, and it really fucking bugged me, that promo. And yeah, he's going on to face. Who's he facing? Is it? No, I can't. Yeah, he's facing Danielson at All In, and I imagine Danielson will win. I don't fancy Danielson as a top line champion anymore. So, that's a nice question. Chris, what do you think of the scapegoat Jack Perry? Sorry, flush the toilet now, shall we?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a huge fan. Yeah, I think he was better when he was the plucky babyface. I think the whole thing that they're trying to do with him now is just like some scrawny fuck trying to be a tough guy, and it's like it doesn't really work. It's just a bit annoying.
I'm still saying Jungle Boy versus Kenny Omega on an episode of Dynamite was the closest we got to Jungle Boy Jack Perry being a top line star.
Yeah,
not this pillar crap. Definitely not this scapegoat nonsense. What even is the scapegoat nonsense? Like, scapegoat for what? Being choked by CM Punk. Fuck, man. And just last week, what was it? A Jack Perry Invitational, and he faces Marco fucking Stunt.
Yeah,
the only guy on the show smaller than him.
Yeah, it's
Jesus
weird, isn't it?
Christ, yeah.
I mean, didn't they release Marco Stunt though?
Yeah, they did.
And they've just brought him back literally for that.
But you know what they say? They say, "Oh, it's wonderful storytelling." What, firing someone? Fucking hell. What do we think of the new style of the Young Bucks, the EVP version of the Young Bucks? I didn't like the original version of the Young Bucks, so I also don't like the EVP version. I think calling themselves the Young Bucks is a bit of a fucking stretch.
They're Generation Me, okay?
Oh yeah, Generation Me or the middle-aged pricks.
They are Generation Me, and that's it. I will never call. They are. When they were in TNA, Generation Me, fantastic. But yeah, I'm not a fan of the Bucks either.
And neither is a lot of other people, because when you look at the quarterly hour breakdowns, people turn off. Muncie I think he's referring to Jack Perry. I think he likes the scapegoat thing. Is it the goat mask and all that? Because wasn't that on that Wyatt gimmick like a long time ago. Okay, you love it when people are wankers. That's fine. Like, you know.
I mean, we love it. We love it when people are wankers, but it's like
there's good heel wanker shit, and there's bad get off my TV. Fucking hell, I'm not watching this shit.
Yeah,
wankers. Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's what I think of the whole Southern California Bucks whatever connection. You know, Perry, Meltzer, Alvarez, whatever you want to call it. Wayne, yeah, bring back Jungle Boy. I think you're right. And yes, just for the intro.
Just so we can hear Taz singing it again.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, if you're talking about the Bucks and that, yeah, it must just be you, mate. But I'm glad you agree that Swerve is brilliant. We do think Swerve is brilliant. We just think he has been mishandled a little bit with his championship run. I mean, the match with Ospreay is fine. Coming out and saying Ospreay jobbed, for whatever reason, was bad. That was not a good idea. I will never agree with that. Saying, oh, he jobbed to make everything, look good and all that. It's like, no, Ospreay is not the top level championship material people think he is. I'll die on that hill. Christian's gimmick, which part of it? The patriarchy thing or the cussing people's dead dads thing? I mean, it's all in the same thing, isn't it? Really,
I like Christian, man.
Christian's a wonderful heel, yeah. Like
he is because he just oozes that fucking arrogance. But the thing is, so if you're taking them as a separate thing, Christian's arrogance is sort of warranted, so it's believable. Like he's been there, done that, got the t-shirt. Yeah. He was a legitimate fucking superstar. So his arrogance is sort of warranted. So you're like, yeah, you are a wanker, but you probably got the right to be a bit of a wanker, but you just sort of...
I don't agree with the group, though. I don't think he needs Nick Wayne or his mum or the dinosaur. I don't. The dinosaur can go and team up with fucking Stunt.
Poontang, bro. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, but then why is the boy hanging around?
Yeah. Get out. There's a tenner. Go out with your mates.
Yeah, pretty much.
Leave me at home with your mum.
Wayne makes an excellent point, Chris. You will still buy the Young Bucks trainers if you can.
I mean, if I can pick up a pair reasonably, yes, I probably would.
They're the pumps, aren't
they?
You
are correct.
They're the Reebok pumps, right?
They are the pumps, yes.
There are also the other ones, the Brody Lee trainers as well, isn't there? They've come out, I think.
Yeah.
Can't remember where they've come out though, but they looked all right. They just another thing. I hope everything is cool and above board on that, and it all goes
to where
sweetly.
It's supposed to.
Yeah. Let's. What are we on next? Should we talk about these two clowns? I know you had something to say about it, Chris, so the floor is yours.
Yeah, I mean, it's Meltzer and Alvarez are just massively hypocritical wankers because when it's people that they like doing clearly choreographed flippy floppy shit, it's fucking the best thing in the world. Oh, 8 stars. But when it's women doing it on the other show, no, it's fucking trash. It's choreographed shit.
I cannot believe they actually said that in a recorded setting.
Yeah,
I imagine that's something they probably would have said to each other, going, "This isn't anywhere near as good as Ricochet and Ospreay." But I mean, to be fair, some of it is pretty much move for move.
Yeah.
So why do they have such a big problem with it? Is it because it's women?
I think there's a tinge of misogyny in there as well. I think there is.
Is it because it's on NXT? They don't seem to. I mean, the jokes are running rife with them being paid shills for AEW. That's fine. If they are, then fine, whatever. But
you've got all these dickheads as well. Like you've got that Ibu fucking prick saying, the lesbian shield and all shit like that.
Yeah, that was unnecessary.
These fucking goblins, bruv. They're
I think he was trying to be funny, and it didn't hit at all, and he hit delete. But in this world, most people will screenshot your shit if you're saying something stupid. And yeah, a diehard AEW fan who pretends to be a journalist doesn't get to say stupid shit like that. Where were we on the comments? Christian being a prick is better than being a babyface. Yeah, I don't think there is a place for babyface Christian, like
100%.
until he's ready to retire.
Yeah,
and give him 3 months. We'll talk about someone retiring in a minute. Yeah, Ospreay asking for his release from Uncle Don's family. I mean, the Don Callis family thing is sort of dying out anyway, isn't it? I mean, I imagine the favor that Don will ask is that Takeshita gets a title shot from Ospreay when he wins the world title or something like that. Yeah, Meltzer and Alvarez. I mean, we don't have to give them too much time, do we?
No.
It was unbelievably hypocritical. They need to fucking lay off that shit. If they are going to say that one version of wrestling, it's essentially the same wrestling, and one version is like 8 stars worth and one isn't, and they're laughing and taking a piss out of it. Yeah, they need to get fucked.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, let's close the book on those dicks. We're talking about retirements because I know you have something to say about Cena's retirement, don't you?
Me?
Yes. Something involving Mr. Jericho.
Yeah. Jericho again just being a fucking bellend. Like, you know, this fucking guy, when you think that he can't be any more of a prick, he just goes ahead and he's, you know, you know.
It does the headline help?
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, it's Jericho. One quote was, and I quote, I mean, my career is already longer than John Cena's, but I mean, sure, it's great. John's always had a great love for wrestling and he's got a great connection with the fans. So I think it's a cool way to go about it. It should be a nice little year and a half for them. Like, just that sort of...
I imagine it'll be a very nice year and a half with all the money they're going to make and all the sort of positive memories they're going to make, because let's face it, the last 3-4 years of Jericho have been nothing but negative and awful and shit. I don't want to watch the learning tree. I couldn't give a fuck about it. I think the last good thing he did was, what was it? What was the first group he was in AEW with Sammy and Ortiz and Santana and that, and Hager. I think that was the best version of Jericho that we've seen within AEW. The rest of it's been pretty crap. Even I think the stuff with Max and the dancing and the singing, it stunted Max. So, and yeah, people have been begging Jericho to get off the TV. They're chanting for him to retire. And he goes out there and smiles like a jackass and cuts really shit promos. Maybe he's not making the money that Cena is. I don't know.
But knowing Tony, he probably is. That's the thing. He's probably getting paid a shitload of money. I mean, I'm sure we could find out how much Jericho's getting paid.
Yeah, we probably could. Whilst we're talking, we're looking at best thing on wrestling TV is the Wyatt 6. I like it. I do. I really like it. It'd be interesting to see what happens when they finally get in the ring. I'm just
fucking hell.
Go on.
Both Jericho and Mercedes are getting paid over $5 million annually. Jericho started with $3 million on his previous contract with the company in 2019. He signed a new multiple-year contract in 2022, which made him the highest paid star of the company.
Wow, shout out to Jericho's agent on that one. That is incredible.
Fuck me.
He is not worth it. That's my opinion. Definitely not worth $5 million a year.
For someone who's like 50 odd years old, you know.
Yeah. Tell me about the Wyatt 6, Chris.
I think it's good shit. I think it's good shit. It can only get better. With the whole creepy what's her name, putting the box on the bench on the commentary table and all that. You know, yeah, it's good, great stuff. But it's not wrestling, so someone will have to stopwatch out. So as soon as they stop doing moves in the ring, they'll stop the stopwatch, and all of that is not wrestling, bro. So it don't count. So it's not part of the show. It doesn't count.
I do. Yeah, we do need to see them get in the ring eventually. So I don't think we might see that until SummerSlam. That, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Munzie, they should have turned Cena heel. I don't think they should have done. The man's a wonderful babyface, and he is a hero to many, many people and children and everything else in between. He was an absolute cash cow for the company. I think turning him heel would probably be the wrong move. He's one of those, yeah. He's Ricky Steamboat, in that sort of level. Like, there's no need to turn him.
They should have turned him heel at one point when he was getting booed out the buildings. That's when they should have turned him heel.
He was still getting those like high pitched cheers from the kids and still selling. He was still the top merch seller. So I get it. I get why they kept him. In Make-A-Wish and all that. Like, you don't have too many heels going out and doing that. I know Roman and stuff does that, but yeah, I don't necessarily agree on that one. Does the Cena tour come to London? He sold us the pipe dream of WrestleMania in London. I think it was, the pipe dream of WrestleMania in London could well be just a pipe dream. The Cena tour, I'd like to hope it comes this way.
I would think so. A
lot of tickets to be sold, a lot of money to be made, and a lot of merch to be sold. I'm sure Chris would love that red T-shirt.
Bro, when he showed up in London, when the music played, I thought they were just fucking gonna have some video with him or whatever. And then he comes running down and he jumps in the ring. But I'm not being funny, bro. You were there sitting next to me, bro. How loud was that pop for Cena in London?
Sure, yeah, it was ear shattering. That was.
If they would have had that decibel meter.
Yeah, that's where it's going. Absolutely. Muncie, Bo Dallas is brilliant with his promos. They have been brilliant promos. I'm not going to argue with that. They have been wonderful.
You got to believe. I used to love fucking believe, bruv.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think this stuff will eclipse, the believe stuff.
Of course, but I still reminded of that stuff every now and again. You got to believe. Loved it.
If he's worth that, I need a pay rise. I think he's talking about Jericho. I think we all need a pay rise if he's worth fucking $5 million. Yeah. Do you think they should turn Roman babyface? I think they will turn Roman babyface. I think that's almost nailed on. I think someone who gets that many "We want Roman" chants is, and we said this on shows before. The Roman pop when he returns is going to hit big. It's going to be huge. Whether it's SummerSlam, whether it's later on in the year, if we get close towards War Games and he maybe leads a charge of Jay, Jimmy, and Sammy or whatever against the new bloodline, he's absolutely going to come back and challenge Solo and the crew for the red necklace thing. I get it. And Roman.
What are they? Chilies, bro, or peppers, isn't it?
I don't know, mate. We should really do our homework on that sort of thing. It is a very nice necklace. I think you or me would look really good in it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, exactly. Where are we the ones T-shirts?
Yeah, we both got them as well, aren't we? We both bought them at fucking the same event, I think.
Yeah, Money in the Bank. Yeah. What do you think of the new bloodline? I like it. I think Solo has come really into his own. For someone who came in, you thought, fuck, can he even cut a good promo? I don't know. Like, he's come in, he's obviously sat back and learned a shitload from Heyman, Roman, Jay, Jimmy over the last year or whatever it was, or even more. He's taken it to an acceptable level. And I like Tama Tonga. I've always sort of enjoyed his work, like from New Japan. I'm not sold on Tangaloa, and I think Jacob Fatu looks like a fucking menace. He just, the no sell on the DDT was fantastic.
But again, these fucking a few knobheads
They got upset
talking about, oh, you know, he's no sold that. But when people no sell stuff in AEW, people get, it's like, have these people only been watching wrestling since AEW started? Because I'm pretty sure that every time you used to headbutt a Samoan, they used to never sell it, bro.
The wrestling folklore, Polynesian heads are made of stronger stuff than regular heads.
Yeah.
They don't hit, they hit a turnbuckle, they stop and look at you.
Yeah.
You headbutt them, you're hurt.
Yes.
I don't fucking, oh man, like that was ridiculous. People getting upset saying that the no sells in AEW are exactly the same as
They're not
Samoan or whatever, no selling something to the head, like fucking hell, like that. I mean, that story is like as old as time itself, isn't it?
100%. Samoans do no sell headshots all the time.
Yeah,
it's a thing.
It's very much a thing.
Yeah.
Here we go. The group with Jericho, Inner Circle. Thank you for that. I was lost on that. It was the Inner Circle. Yeah, that was the group we were thinking of. It was that was peak Jericho for AEW stuff. Pinnacle and Inner Circle. Pinnacle, that was Max's group, wasn't it? With maybe FTR and all that. Yeah, good shit. You know, I think it was. They did a stadium stampede and all that. Like, Wayne, that's an interesting point. I mean, it's good. I don't think Punk needs Heyman right now. I don't know. I just think I think Punk's mic work is just as good as ever. I mean, maybe he's delivering too many insider lines by talking about hard cams and people on it and all that stuff. But no,
but do you know why they're not coming across though? Because people
don't know.
People don't watch. That's the thing. It's not that sort of internet sort of smarky. It's people don't give a shit about AEW.
Yeah, it's a smart mark comment, and wrestling fans in the arena in, I think it's Ottawa, Canada, not necessarily, always on the internet and always looking at Twitter or Instagram or Facebook or whatever to see what is going on in the shitty world of the IWC. Yeah, I don't know. Chris, do you prefer MJF as a heel or a babyface?
Heel, all day long.
At the moment, I prefer him as neither. I think he has fallen off and gone a little cold. But
he has gone cold. I prefer him as a babyface, as a proper, just an arrogant prick. But then when he goes in the ring, he can do the business.
Beatdowns of Daniel Garcia do not heat you up. I'm just gonna leave that with you.
Yeah,
I really don't feel like MJF is doing anywhere close to his best work at the minute. I really, it's probably really like it's an awful tough break that Cole got injured, he got injured, all of that, because the Better Than You Baby stuff was bloody good.
I bought the T-shirt.
Yeah, if it's good enough, he'll buy the T-shirt.
Yeah, but this is the thing. Like, people who listen to our show might think that we shit on AEW, right? But we go to their shows, we buy their merchandise. Don't make me. I'm going to do it.
What are you going to get? The scissors?
I'm getting the fucking scissors, mate.
He's getting these. For those listening, he's getting his foam scissors and he is thrusting.
Scissor me, daddy! Oh yeah, baby.
There you go. There's another team that I think have gone ridiculously cold. Is the Acclaimed, but we ain't got time for the Acclaimed. Not everybody loves them. Punk and McIntyre is great. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
We do watch AEW. We are still going to go to All In. We keep an eye on it, and we want it to do good things. So all our criticism is constructive to a point where, excuse me, I'm talking about AEW and yawning, and that's generally what happens.
It's like me when I was talking about that Jericho match from Forbidden Door. Yeah. Fucking hell.
Awful. AEW could be great. It's got the ingredients to fucking be great, but there's still people like DMD has been out for fucking ages. Jamie Hayter, Jamie Hayter's been out for over a year.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. It's been very like. I hope everything's all right there. Like, and there's no sort
apparently,
of.
I mean, we've got the inside word on stuff, and I've just had a look at the message on our WhatsApp group with various people.
Oh
yeah. So there was a thing here about Jamie Hayter. You know, so you know, she has been backstage
no updates.
recently.
Fuck.
So you know, it was a serious injury.
Okay. Whilst it's not necessarily breaking news. It came out half an hour ago, but we do have the AEW ratings. It's something we do like to talk about.
On a Thursday, yeah,
691,000.
I mean, that's quite a good number.
It's all right. I think it's a little bit better than last week.
Yeah, I think.
And when I say a little bit, it's only maybe a couple of thousand, but
yeah,
it's a number worth. I mean, not worth bragging about. But again, it's a good lead-in. I'm sure the lead-in was about 900K. Do I think that what they're doing deserves more viewers? Maybe. Like the Mariah May, Tony Storm stuff it would keep people interested for a week or two. They've got to keep that shit hot. I don't think the world champion or the international champion or the continental champion or any other champion is pulling in more viewers. So, and I don't think Mercedes is pulling in more viewers either. So, you tell me. Yeah, I mean, like we said, Swerve is for those listening, the comments, Swerve is the only decent thing in AEW, but Muncie also likes the elite shit. I don't think everybody else is reading from that hymn sheet, are they? Because
I mean, it's they've already done the worst thing they can do. In that sense, where they've already attacked Tony Khan. They can't.
Where did they go with that?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, where they've already blown their wad with that. They've literally already bust juice with that. There's nowhere else to go. Really.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a weird one where they did that within the first week. So
yeah, I don't know, it is a bit of a shame, really. But yeah, I don't know, really. Like, it's 691K. I'm pretty sure NXT got a pretty similar number this week. Or maybe a little bit less, maybe 650. Again, I can't really remember. Like, I'd have to dig into the phone to have a look. But
NXT and AEW, when it comes to comparing WWE and AEW, the only thing you can really compare AEW to is NXT. But again, NXT is the developmental brand. Really, it's where people come through to, it's you can't really compare AEW to SmackDown or Raw even. So it's a shame because NXT is great. NXT's brilliant. It's doing some great stuff, got some good matches.
Well, it's got a new champion.
And
that's something I wanted to bring up. Yeah, Ethan Page, NXT champion. Who would have said that 3 months ago?
Yeah, it's that you've got AEW people chatting shit, AEW fans chatting shit, saying, "Oh yeah, he's their developmental brand champion. Well done." It's like, yeah, but you always cheer when you beat NXT, and now you're admitting that it's their developmental brand.
Yeah,
you're not even close to the main brand.
Fickle shit. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're not even close to SmackDown and fucking Raw.
No, they're not. I was very pleased to see that Ethan Page picked up the NXT Championship. I do think that he has a very high ceiling. But I also like Trick Williams, so I don't know. Like it's a difficult one. I think Trick will have a massive fan base. That song is very helpful to it. But yeah, I mean, Sean Spears is doing just as well. He's having a really good time there, it looks like. And Munzie's opinion, the difference: Tony isn't a wrestling guy and Triple H is, which is why WWE is so much better. Tony is kind of a wrestling guy, isn't he? He's just a different version of a wrestling guy. He is a.
Well, I disagree. I agree with.
He was a shit poster on the message boards, wasn't he?
Yeah, but that don't make you a wrestling guy. Triple H has been. Think about this.
Triple H is very different. Yeah, different version
Triple H
of wrestling.
Has been. He's been up and down the country for years and years and years, sitting in a car with Sean on the road, on the fucking no, but he's been in the car with people like Ric Flair, right? Shawn Michaels, yeah. He's been talking the business with all of these people for decades, yeah. And he is, he's been that main event guy. He knows the business inside out. He's been, like him or loathe him, he's been the right-hand man to Vince McMahon for fucking years. He knows the inner workings. He's been around Pat Patterson's and all these people, yeah? So Triple H is a fucking full-on wrestling guy. Tony Khan thinks he's a wrestling guy. That's the difference.
I don't necessarily agree with that. I think Tony is a wrestling guy, much like we're wrestling guys, but it is. There's levels to it. Tony also has the benefit of having a lot of good wrestling people around him, or at least he did.
He don't listen to them, though.
No, he doesn't. Sadly, so that doesn't help. Yeah, like now he's taking his cues from Pat Buck and Will Washington and stuff like that, and they're not necessarily wrestling guys. Pat Buck is sort of. But we were told he was a piece of shit, so I don't know. Like
the problem is, but Tony don't know fuck all about wrestling psychology. No, that's what makes you a wrestling guy, because wrestling is psychology. You can talk about the moves and you can talk about everything, but wrestling ultimately comes down to the psychology, because then you give a fuck about who wins and who loses, right? Yeah. There's a very good movie called Idiocracy, right? Have you seen the movie Idiocracy?
Long time ago, yeah.
Fucking fantastic movie. Everybody should watch Idiocracy if you haven't seen it, right? But basically, there's a line in the movie. So the premise is that everybody with high IQs is not having children, and everyone who's a fucking dumbass is just shitting out kids. So what happens in the world is it's filled with fucking dumbasses, right? And the world devolves into a place where everyone's just stupid, right? So a guy who with just a medium IQ, he was like the medium guy, is basically now the smartest man in the world, and he becomes the president, right? And there was a movie in these times that was the most popular movie ever, and it was just 6 hours of an arse farting, right? And it was like the best-selling movie ever, and it was just called Ass, right? And he says in the end of the movie, when he's the president, he's trying to make people be smarter again, right? And he says something to the effect of, there was a time when people used to read books and and care about characters, and then then you can give a shit more about whose arse it is and why it's being kicked, right? And that's a good metaphor for what's going in wrestling. Like, no one gives a shit about who's kicking whose arse if you've not got no psychology and you're just watching two guys fake fighting. That doesn't make you that doesn't make you more engrossed in what's going on. But you will be more engrossed with what's going on if you give a shit about whose arse it is and why it's being kicked. And that's the point. That's why Tony Khan and Triple H are completely worlds apart, because Tony Khan doesn't give a shit about psychology, so he doesn't give a shit about who's kicking whose ass and why it's being kicked and stuff like that. Their idea of storytelling is minute, bro. It's literally micro Pistons.
No.
You know.
Um,
So sorry for that rant, but it's
all right.
but I will disagree 100%. Tony Khan is not a wrestling guy. He thinks he's a wrestling guy. He's a wrestling fan who is fantasy booking, and it can only go so far. You know what I mean?
That's just because you love the Fed, the evil Fed, you E-drone, you.
I am a fucking E-drone. I love the Fed. No, but you know what? I love TNA as well.
Yeah.
I always have
exactly. So yeah, and TNA's doing some fine work right
doing
now.
bits.
Yeah. Wayne, AEW always peaks when it comes around to the big stadium pay-per-views. Yeah, you're probably right. And is Shane O'Mac coming to AEW? I'm gonna say no.
He was never coming. It was never even a conversation, I don't think.
Yeah. AEW never carries on the story. It's Muncie again. I don't think they've ever done a year-long story like the Bloodline thing. I don't know. I don't know how long Better Than You Baby went on for.
Cut a few months. It was not really. It was only about 6 months. and then they broke it up because just after I bought the T-shirt, they fucking ended it.
I'm sure. Eventually, an AEW fan will tell us that some story's been carrying on for 4 years because they met in PWG or some shit like that. I don't fucking know.
The only story that has been going on for 4 years is Tony Khan trying to fuck the Britt Baker. That's the only storyline.
Munzie thinks that NXT is better than AEW at the minute. I think you probably, if you take bits from both, you've probably got a really good show there. But yeah, no, maybe not. This could be good. Wayne is saying that AEW is like reading your kids a short story, and then they don't string out the storylines like WWE did. Doesn't bother him, but yeah, for some that could be more creative, the matches are varied. Yeah, no, I get it. Like AEW's, and we'll talk about Forbidden Door again, that whole match structure was fucking awful. No replays at the end of matches, just match. It was trying to be like New Japan, like a bit like Wrestle Kingdom, but way worse. It was fucking hell. Yeah. Munzie, do you remember being on his channel? Yeah, we did come on your channel. We were chatting to you and Fiona, I think, if I remember correctly. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we did, yeah. Oh, I don't know about that. Munzie's also saying that Better Than You Baby went on too long.
Hold on, go back to that other comment that you just said. What do you mean, Munzie? You lost the channel?
Yeah, how do you manage to lose that? I mean, if you don't want to say like in the comments, then fine. But yeah, that doesn't sound right, does it?
No, I don't know if that did he lose the recording or lost the channel. Because
no, maybe I think he's talking about the channel. But yeah, sorry to hear that. Whatever happened there, that can't be right. Yeah. Where were we? Sorry, Chris. Where were we?
Yeah. Sorry, man. Like.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that was a comment that's sort of like. Where were we, my man? We've sort of like we've drifted. It happens. Sorry. Yes, let's get to it. Where are we, Chris? Come on.
Yeah, sorry. He was talking. He was saying, yeah, and then.
Better Than You Baby went on too long. I don't think it did.
Yeah.
I don't think it went long enough. I think the whole devil thing as well was a terrible idea once they realised that Adam Cole was injured, or once he actually got injured. It was a stupid idea for being done for copyrights.
What the name of the channel?
I guess maybe. Or we just pump in lots of WWE clips on there or something.
Yeah.
I mean that is one way to get done for copyrights. Yeah, no, I mean, get it. Like it had over 1K followers, but if you got done for copyrights, then yeah, it's hard to come back from that. Yeah, the Better Than You Baby story, I was pretty annoyed with how it ended with Cole predictably being the devil and all that other weird beatdown shit with who's the guy that I can't stand? Roderick Strong. He's fucking hopeless, that one. He's not as bad as Evil Uno, who everybody knows sucks.
You love Evil. You love off Evil Uno, bruv.
Hell no. It looked like Evil Uno was like sort of like he made one of those tweets the other day that looked like he may have been released from AEW. I don't think that's necessarily true. It might just been a generic like I'm available for booking sort of tweet, but it looked like he
was it one of them? It's like all snakes round here. It's just me and the kids from now on.
No. No, it wasn't. It was
pure
one of those
snakes
like
round here.
I'm available for bookings here, there, like, you know. Oh yeah, I think it was you know, seminars and all that shit. And that's usually something that someone puts when they've been released.
Yeah.
Or they're looking for more work because they're not getting enough. The story on Munsey's channel, he put a video on there and got done for it twice. What video? I mean, yeah, you're not going to be the big corporation like YouTube, are you? Even if you protest it. I mean, we talked about politics on our show last week, and we got fucking kicked off the air for about 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's true.
So, yes, you should agree that Roderick Strong sucks. He does. He really does.
So, oi, Munsey,
he's as boring as Kyle O'Reilly.
Mate, fucking hell. Are you doing a show now then, Munsey? You got another podcast, Munsey Talks? Is that a new thing? We still got to watch Kyle O'Reilly versus fucking
we do.
Adam Cole in NXT, their last match.
We need to sit together and sort that out. You are absolutely right.
We need to do a watch along with that, dude.
We do. Yeah, the Dark Order was brilliant at the start. You're right. Sorry, Munsey's saying that the Dark Order was brilliant and, you know, Brody was in it. And then it went to shit once he passed. You're probably right. There's not a lot they could have done 100%. With it apart from it being a tribute. And it was a very nice tribute. But, yeah, once the soul of the fucking group is gone, then what? Yeah, I get it. It's... yeah, sorry, put a video. Is this Mercedes Mona in Japan? Is this the video that got you banned?
Oh shit. Right. Okay, yeah.
I mean, that's creative control really does fucking suck, doesn't it?
Fuck the CEO.
Yeah. And you're not doing any more, so I'm guessing that means you're not doing any more shows. You've just logged in. So, yeah, we thank you for joining us and being a very fun part of this show today.
Well, we'll have to get Munsey. We'll have to get Munsey on our show.
Man United fan, isn't he?
Yeah, I know. As long as he don't show no Mercedes Moné videos in Japan on the show, we're all good, bruv. Like, you're welcome on, dude.
Yeah, we have talked about doing more of these live things with more people. So absolutely, yeah, we are. You know, and also Matt and Graham, Chris is not ignoring you. Fridays are a struggle. Something we did speak about. Fridays are a bit of a rough one for him. So,
but I can do it like on the later end of it. So yeah, I can. If you want to do like, you know, 10:30, 11 on a Friday, I can do that. But I think they said they're going at 10 or whatever. So maybe we can sort something out. I'll slide in your DMs. I know you both be excited about that.
I did watch a bit of The Volley last night while the England game was on, and you know, it's Matt's other show, and I had an idea. If you ever go on there and you've got to do that devil's advocate thing, which is a part of their show, it's a very fun part of it. I would suggest you just make him sing Joe Hendry's theme song because he fucking hates it.
Does he?
Just say, devil's advocate, sing this fucking song. Do it.
Yeah. Do it. Do the music. Do the music. Do the dance for your gal, you know what I mean?
We couldn't go a show without a phone shot reference.
100%.
Hammering Place should have gone in the Dark Order. No, fuck it. Griff Garrison should have gone in. Yeah, who the fuck is Griff Garrison, right? Yes, the CEO got you banned. That is, I mean, that is funny.
That's fucked, man.
He did message Austin to come on, but didn't get a reply. That sounds like something Chris would do.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, man. I get so many people sliding into the DMs. It's hard to keep on track, and we do miss them.
That is yeah, we do miss the odd message here and there, like, and we can, we apologize for that. We're not always logged in as we could be. But yeah, we will find that message. We will reply to it, and we will make sure there is a space for Munzie, who will not be wearing a Man United shirt or showing Mercedes Moné in Japan videos.
That's right.
Yeah, as long
he
as
just have his phone on, like there, just showing while he's on, just like showing Mercedes Moné videos. But Joe Hendry wrestled the other day. Did you see?
He did. He wrestled in NXT. I love the question, Munzie. Do you believe in Joe Henry? I know you're probably typing that really quickly and in capitals, but yeah, I can believe in Joe Henry if you like. But, no, Joe Henry.
Is that Thierry Henry's brother?
Joe Henry. Yeah.
Joe Henry. Yeah.
No, I mean,
or Lenny Henry's brother.
Of course we do. He's done fucking fantastic from the days of ICW and all that, and how fucking brilliant for him. He's main event in NXT in a tag match. Again, AEW fans seem to have really fucking tried to shit on it because someone said that they enjoyed it. AEW are like, oh, the bar is low. Joe Hendry wrestling on NXT. Fucking hell, so fucking salty.
They are, you know what? Yeah, a lot of them are player haters, bruv. They should be in that Dave Chappelle skit. You know hate the fucking the player haters ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the player haters. What was it? I messaged you earlier. More bitter than a can of John Smiths. Yeah,
100%, bruv.
Yeah, it's so fucking.
Nuki Brown. You know what I mean?
Munzie, you'll be in a United shirt. Oh god, yeah. that old Europa League should be fun, next season. We're gonna have to
you can't say shit, bro.
They're going to be playing a Bulgarian train station. Yeah. So I mean, we've been on for well over an hour at this point. We like to call it the power hour or whatever. We've been on for a bit longer than that. We haven't had any technical difficulties. How good is that? And this is something I neglected to mention to Chris before we came on the air. We're actually live on Facebook as well.
Nice.
Yeah, that's something I totally forgot to mention to you. We are live on Facebook right now. So if you are watching on Facebook, what's up? Yeah. And of course, YouTube, it's live. Have some fun. Subscribe if you are watching, if you are listening, which will be obviously later than this live episode, which is why those are called almost lives. Hit the 5-star Meltzer mode. Give us those stars. Give us those, whatever else they are, likes, or I don't know. Put us in your playlist, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, sure. Put us in the fucking playlist. And thank you to the wonderful people of Ireland, Australia, and our very own Great Britain for keeping us as chart placeholders within the top 250. I mean, that's always going to be cool, isn't it?
Oh, we love it. We love every moment.
Good shit. Where else do we go from this? You got anything to add?
What have we got in the next week or so? I mean, what we got wrestling wise coming up now?
I think it's a pretty quiet week for wrestling.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna roll towards SummerSlam and then All In, and then I think there might be a CXW show to go to.
We got Wrestle Rave September.
Bash in Berlin's on the horizon. There's so much going on. We just it's all just gonna fly by, isn't it?
Lovely.
Yeah, it's all wonderful, wonderful stuff. So I don't know. What do we say? Do we bow out?
What we do say is any Spanish fans out there, we say we're gonna score one more than you.
I believe the current tagline is England versus Spain. Winner keeps Jay Slater.
Oh fuck, dude! Holy fuck!
We weren't willing to put Gibraltar up.
Fucking hell, that's rough.
Yeah, it's pretty
Holy
fun.
shit, that's fucking rough. But yeah, that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, so for those that will be watching, enjoy the fucking Euro final. Come on, England, let's fucking bring it. Let's finally bring one home. Jesus Christ.
Bring something home, yeah?
Yeah. Not just the sadness and those medals that don't say winner on it.
That's right.
Yeah, fucking hell, why not? Let's win something.
That's right.
I don't know when we'll be back. I imagine it'll be around about this time next week, but you never know. We might squeeze something in between if we can figure our shit out.
Yeah.
But for now, I guess, I'm JB. The man sitting next to me, the Raz Prince. The best Chris in all of wrestling podcast, new man himself, Mr.
I know who you are. Who are you?
Although he has been calling me Lenny all week.
So. Oi. You are Lenny, bruv. Yeah.
So
just don't blind me with barbecue beans. Yeah, they're darker than usual.
So this is our weekly reminder to tell you lot to go and watch Phone Shop if you haven't. So fuck yeah.
But you know what's funny, right? Since we've been since we've been fucking talking about Phone Shop on this show, Channel 4 actually started promoting and showing adverts for Phone Shop and saying that it's streaming on More 4. So like I've not seen it for years, but me and the missus were watching something on the TV and they've shown an advert for Phone Shop and they're like, yeah, Phone Shop, all 3 seasons available to stream now on More 4. And it's like, bruv, it's a fucking 20-year-old show. Like, and now they're promoting it because we are pushing it. That's why.
Maybe
getting the
that
numbers
could be
up.
Exactly why. Munsey, one more from him. Oh dear, he got banned for his video. We should be banned for that joke. Which joke was that?
The one about Jay Slater.
Fuck it all.
Well, at least it
wasn't. You know what happens to snitches, bruv?
No, well, at least it wasn't about Cat Slater.
Wait, we'll stay off the EastEnders talk. Maybe we'll save that for next week.
Zoe Slater, you know what I mean?
All of them.
All of them.
Yeah, have Mo as well.
Little Mo, Big Mo, Charlie.
Yeah. Tony Khan's favourite character, isn't it? Oh, man. And with that, guys, I'm JB. Chris Dredd, the best Chris in all of wrestling podcast, sitting next to me. Take care, everyone. We will see you next time.